Right, I've just had my Iceland food delivered. Said they always send a message to say, confirm the day and the date and your time slot sort of thing. And then you get a message, usually from the driver, because it's usually a different phone number, to say when exactly it's going to be delivered in that slot. They usually allow half an hour. So this one, I believe, was 8:32 to something like 2 minutes past 9. So yes, and it was delivered about 20 to 9. So not too bad, because I'm at an 8 till 10 slot. So I've got a few different pieces here. So I will try and remember the prices as best as I can. I know some of them were on offer. So first of all, we've gone for the stuffed crust takeaway pizzas. Now, some of our menus have altered because this weekend we're hoping to go away in the cabin. As I said, our son is staying at home, so basically I'm organising meals for me and hubby, and us separately for our son. So my favourite is the cheese-filled crust. I do like cheese, just plain like margarita pizzas are they called. Just plain cheese pizza. Our son has chosen the stuffed crust New Yorker, which is actually stuffed with like sausage, hot dog filled crust, I should say. He likes this one. Hubby's not so keen. He doesn't mind the actual pizza. He would probably prefer it as cheese crust, but as I say, our son likes this one. And hubby's choice was the barbecue meat feast. This one, as you can see, is a limited edition, so I'm not sure how long it's going to be going. And this one's got the cheese filled crust. So as you can see, these are all £2 each. So that will be a meal for me and hubby and my son separately. My son also requested garlic bread with his, so that's what I've purchased. And as you can see, it's 2 garlic baguettes for £1. These we've only had once before, and I've got 2 boxes, and I can't really remember the price of them. I know it was a special offer if you had 2. So there's 8 jacket potatoes there, so I've got 2 boxes. Now, we have had these in the past and we've took them to the caravan. I think I've only had them maybe once, twice at the most. And they can be done in the oven. I think it's like 45 to 55 minutes. Or you can do them in the microwave, and they vary, I think, from 15 to something like 18 minutes. Me personally, I like to use everything off the electric if I can, and save, obviously, gas cylinders. Hubby says not to worry about it, but I know sometimes they can run quite expensive to fill up. But if I can do things that are easily cooked either on the hob or the oven and don't take too long. So I don't very often cook actually a joint that's going to take maybe 2.5 to 3 hours, even if it's frozen, one of these that I normally have, and you cook them frozen, due to the fact that it's using so much gas up. Plus you don't want to spend too long cooking. And then at the back there we have got the eclairs. So coming down here, repeat buy, I've got the chicken breast fillet strips. I still haven't ordered the someone mentioned, I think it was the hot and spicy chunks, and I will still be ordering those. They are on my list. I did have a recommendation for these. I don't think I've had these before, as we normally have the sun fried, but I've gone for the plain. It just says crispy chicken breast sticks, so that was a recommendation. Whoever recommended those, thanks a lot. I've got ash brownies because we did use the ash brownies up rather than having chips. And yes, I've got 3 bags of these crispy potato slices. Now you can do a lot with these, as I said, with the little square potato ones, which I have got a bag. I can spread sauce on there, you know, chicken, ham, bacon and cheese. You can have that on its own, and I've done it again with sausages. But this, you could also have it with mince and just top it up with the potatoes. And that is very similar to that hot pot over there that we'll get to in a moment. Now, I have 3 bags of these. I might take one to the caravan because they can be done, say, in the oven. How long do they take in the oven? And actually you can shallow fry these as well. So in the oven it's 24 to 26 minutes, or shallow fry for 14 to 16 minutes. So they don't take too long. Don't tend to have chips so much unless we happen to be close to a chip shop. They sometimes have vans depending on where we go. This one does have a cafe, but I'm not sure on site, but I'm not sure what's happening about that. Hubby said that he got a message to say they're putting big gazebos up, I suppose, so they can still provide food. And if you look back on one of my past videos, when I first started my channel, I did actually show you footage and video of the cafeteria. But we don't have a deep fat fryer or anything in the caravan, just for, you know, precaution, I think. So I like to find potato products that I can do fairly easy, fairly quickly, either in a frying pan or in the oven. So that's why I've got 3 bags of those, and due to the fact they were 50p each. Now I thought that was good, so I've got 2 from my freezer and 1 that I can take to the caravan. And then I have got a bag of fries, so we are trying to cut down on chips and fries in the fryer. Those are the crispy potatoes just behind there. They're the ones that I said about before, as you can see, like that. And then I've got 2 lots of meatballs and 1 lean diced beef steak, which I like to do in my slow cooker, and a barbecued pulled pork. Now these items here were 4 for £10, so I've got plenty of meatballs with bolognese. Sometimes the guys like them with mashed potato and gravy and vegetables, that sort of thing. So I've got meals there. Something we haven't had a while is the cheese and chicken Kievs. Normally I go for the smaller ones, that's like a pack of 4. This has actually got 8 in. I found them okay. And the guys actually requested Kievs because we haven't had them for a long time. Of course, repeat buy. I got me quarter pounders in beef and minted lamb. That is because we're hoping to have a barbecue while away in the caravan, but I'm not sure what weather is going to be. If not, it'll be done in the oven. And again, for the barbecue, sausages there. And as our snacks in the caravan, we've got chicken curry and rice and the minced beef hot pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all this away in the freezer, and then I'm going to get on with the rest of my shopping. Okay then, so we're on my second lot. I've got all my freezer stuff away. Starting with drinks, I have got Pepsi Max here, and Diet Pepsi. I think they are £1.50 each. I have got 4 bottles of each, but I haven't brought them all through from the haul. As I said, it might seem a lot of Pepsi and Coke products. That's due to the fact that we don't drink alcohol, and the guys take some to work as well, especially when it's warm. My son requested a couple of extra bits. Beans is on his own, and he's having to cook now for 3 days. I don't mind cooking because I don't work, but I try and make things a lot easier for him. But he's also requested some drinks, so he's got Dr. Pepper and this Iron Brew Extra. Again, like I did with cans last week, I normally go for like sugar free, and yeah, extra taste, no sugar on the iron brew, but I didn't get, obviously, Diet Dr Pepper. I presume they do it. I realised with the cans the other week that wasn't sugar free. Now the loaves of bread, which is the Warburtons, I love these, and especially when they come out the freezer, they are fine, as some breads have a funny taste after, or they don't feel so fresh when they come out the freezer. These are normally about £1.37 a loaf. They're doing an offer at the moment, buy 3 for £3, so you do save a little bit on that. And I've got the rolls, as I said, I use those for you know, burgers in rolls. I do breakfast rolls and sandwiches, you know, so they get used. And sometimes I do the pulled pork barbecue in them, along with salad and coleslaw, and that's a nice meal on its own as well. I did manage to get my cheese. Nothing was missing, nothing was substituted, which was really good. So I got my 2 packs of cheese. I believe there were 2 packs for £5. I'm not 100% sure how much the pork pies were. I got the mini savoury eggs. My son likes those. I got some cooked ham, and I've got some cocktail sausages. I think these might have been, I'm not sure if these were on offer, so many, I don't know, or whether I pay for these separately, but I'm not sure how much these were. They could have been maybe up to £2, which is not what I normally pay for cocktail sausages, but due to the fact I wanted them so they're easier, you know, just to prepare, because sometimes we do like a Ploughman's and we do things like this sort of range along with cheese and everything, but sometimes, like this weekend, I'm leaving half the products here and taking half with me as a snack. I've also got the cheesy coleslaw there, and my son requested a chicken and a bacon pasta, so one day he can take pasta rather than sandwiches. I've got my milk. I ordered 2 lots of Pringles, one for home for my son, one to take with us. I think they were £1.25. I don't mind paying £1, £1.25, but I do not like paying like £2.25. I don't purchase them when they go up to that sort of amount. For the first time in I don't know how long, I managed to get the Flaming Hot Cheeto Puffs. Sometimes it's Wotsits, but this week it's Cheetos, and they were £1 for 8 packets, and my family absolutely love those, so I managed to get those. And I did actually, I said I wasn't going to buy any more crisps. I got the 24 packs of meaty. They are usually about £4 each, but you get the 2 for £6, I like to say. So I will store them away from the family so they don't get broken into, because we're just about to open the second one from last week. As I said, there's no point in going for these offers, buying more food and eating it. I try and hide some products, especially if they're non-perishable, just so that they don't all get eaten up. Then we've got the milkshake. This is a repeat buy again, 2 strawberry, 1 chocolate. Hubby prefers strawberry, my son likes both strawberry and chocolate, so there we are. I've got a little bit of fresh stuff. I've got some tomatoes, I've got some bananas, and I've got some potatoes. Now, I did say about my stall that I normally go to at Western Favour, although it did disappear towards the end. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. But with the farm, now I'm not sure how they're working this. Again, I did mention about gazebos for maybe the cafeteria. It could be for putting a stall, a food stall underneath. I'm not sure, because they do have their own shop with fresh produce. That's everything you can think of: fruit, vegetables, bakery. They have their own butchers there because of it being a farm, and what I understand is all the fresh produce comes from surrounding area, surrounding farms and things like that. and so you get a mixture and everything is fresh. It can be a little bit pricey, but I don't mind paying the prices when we're staying there, so I'm hoping to be able to maybe pick up a few bits. We've had their strawberries before, strawberries and cream. You can't go through the sun without having strawberries and cream, especially when you're able to get the fresh scones as well, or scones. So yeah, we normally treat ourselves when we visit the vegetable store or all the fresh produce. So I'm not sure if, you know, they're opening the shop. I presume the shop has been open all through this lockdown, because it is sort of on the entrance to the you know, the camping and the tents and everything and caravans. They do have their drop barrier down, so the shop is before you go to the drop barrier, if you've probably seen, and I have pointed it out on my videos. So they've got the car park onto the vegetable shop and the cafeteria, you know, the cafe, so it's separate from that bit, but we can also get access as well. So I'm not sure what they're planning to do, because obviously we haven't been, this is the first time since I think about the first week in March, I think, so I'm not sure what the setup is going to be. Got these chocolate filled crepes. We haven't had those for a while, my son enjoys those. And we've got some almond fingers there, for hubby, the Viennese whirls, just on the go yogurt breaks. Yes, they have got quite a lot of sugar in, I'm sure they have. I like to slip one of those in my rucksack along with other snacks if we're going to be on the go any length of time, just in case I feel lightheaded. And I do, this is a treat for me, scones or scones, 50p, and yeah, they've got sugar in, they've got the fruit, but what I do like these sliced, warmed up in the microwave with just a spread of a little bit of butter on, and it makes a quite a filling dessert for me, and I do like those. So I think I've actually covered everything in my shopping. So do keep those recommendations coming forward, especially, you know, I keep saying this, it's better to have a recommendation on something. I mean, everybody's tastes are different, but as I said, I know someone mentioned the hot and spicy chunks, and I keep putting them down to try them, but again, this was another expensive shop. Eventually I'm going to have to cut down, due to the fact that we have done quite a lot of entertaining in our garden at the weekends, so we haven't been going over more than the 6 members, 3 including us if my son happens to be off work, but obviously meals and everything provided, which I normally do. I love entertaining. It does run quite expensive. But anyway, that's me waffling on again. I do apologise. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.